The premiere of Christoper Nolan's The Odyssey has been overshadowed somewhat by the controversy around his casting choices. But I saw the film on opening night, and what struck me was the way that Matt Damon's portrayal of Odysseus was almost a textbook demonstration of Stoic philosophy. He acknowledges his feelings, but he doesn't allow them to dictate his actions. He feels grief about leaving his family to fight in the Trojan War, but he goes because it's his duty. When his decisions result in the deaths of his men, he feels deep regret, but he doesn't allow it to paralyze him. He suffers, he fails, he sins, but he tries to do what has to be done at every step, or at least what he believes should be done. Sometimes he loses control of the situation, but he never loses control of himself. That self-mastery is exactly what Stoic philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius taught. Now, they were Roman, so they lived about 1,300 years after the Trojan War, and it's worth noting that the movie's characterization of Odysseus is very different from the original Greek story. Nolan is giving us an Odysseus without hubris and temper tantrums, which may not be faithful to the source material, but it does work in the context of this film. And it's consistent with Nolan's other work. From Interstellar to Batman to Oppenheimer, he gives us characters that struggle with angst, rage, and self-doubt, but who keep going despite the pain. Odysseus is the ultimate version of this. Nolan's characters also tend to be highly intelligent, and in the Odyssey, other characters describe Odysseus as the smartest of us all. He's not the biggest or the strongest, and for most of the movie, he doesn't have much power or status, but even when he's alone and dressed in a beggar's rags, he is the philosopher-king. This is pure Stoic philosophy. Your goal as a human being is not to possess the world, but to possess yourself. The idea that being human means governing your emotions, not being governed by them. In our society, and especially on social media, the conversation is often dominated by loud voices, focused on self-indulgence, performative grievance, and interpersonal drama. Well, the Odyssey shows us the exact opposite. A quiet hero who is motivated by principle, not popularity, and who demonstrates reason, not reactivity. In fact, the movie makes it explicit that this is the big difference between Odysseus and his soldiers. According to Circe the witch, they are beasts driven by base appetites and desires, but he is a man, specifically because he exercises restraint. He can be hungry, but choose not to eat. He can be afraid, but choose not to run. He can deal with whatever comes his way because he has decided that his ability to choose is more important than what it costs him. Nolan changed a lot of things about the Odyssey for this film, but one thing he didn't change is that Odysseus never gives up. That's what has made him a hero for almost 3,000 years, and it's exactly what makes him the hero we need today. One who reminds us that freedom doesn't mean having the license to do whatever we want. It means having the self-discipline to do what we must. Nolan isn't just telling us an epic story from the distant past, he's giving us a 3-hour break from the algorithms and the rage bait. And right before the lights come back on and we pick up our phones again, he leaves us with the question, what kind of person do you want to be? Have you seen The Odyssey? Do you want to? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.